Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everybody
Hello.
doing? Can everybody hear me?
That answers the question. That answers it even better.
Yes.
So fucking jealous.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having
We
us.
appreciate it. What's the plan? What we're going to discuss? What is the meeting all about?
What
I
exactly?
bet you wonder
what
why
is
we
the
gathered you here today.
to join
Rena, if
us
you wanna
in
take-
an unholy union.
Yes.
that is the reason for this.
Rena, if you want to take it
congregation.
away.
I'll take it away, but you know what I'll take first? A hard seltzer out of my fridge. So I'll
Bravo.
just do a quick intro. So Bruce and me here have been, and our partner Chris, who is sometimes here and sometimes isn't, have been doing this podcast called Brutally Delicious for quite some time. And today we are talking to Jarva and the Dark Place, which means Taneli Jarva and his counterpart Sami Hassinen, who we also know from different bands like Sleep of Monsters, and Taneli here also has a pretty impressive background in all sorts of bands, which he can then shed light to himself. But with this intro, I will leave you gentlemen to it for around 14 to 18 seconds while I turn around and grab that goddamn drink. So I'll be right back.
So I'll just jump in then because I didn't know anything about you until Rena turned me on to you. So can you give our listeners or viewers, whoever's watching or listening, the 2-sentence boardroom pitch on what you guys are about?
What we're about?
You guys there?
We started as
That was
an
the best
acoustic
pitch
duo,
I've
and
heard
now
so
I guess
far.
it's progressed into. Well, it was Towns Van Zandt, nothing. So it's nothing.
It's like folk noir and dark country. Is what I
Or in
would call
dark
it.
country.
Yeah, whatever the hell that means. But I mean,
yeah, but it's
we
it's a
cannot
beautiful
call it
pair of
Americana
words.
because we're from Finland, anyways.
Right, it
Yes.
can be American.
But I mean,
Some-
I don't know if go ahead.
Yeah, someone called it Doom Country. So
Okay, fair enough. I can see
That's pretty
some of
clever.
that.
nihilistic and slow.
Well, never
Country
nihilistic.
It's like I like my country like I like my women. Nihilistic and slow.
Nice. Very nice.
that's one way to put it. No, but it's
Yeah.
like it's excellent music. Like if you're into exactly what Taneli said, like Towns Van Zandt, Nick Cave, Mark Lanigan, these kinds of artists. But this is still like very original, but along those paths. And these guys have put out like an excellent debut album called Post Festum. And I also had the pleasure of singing some backing tracks on it. But this is not about me. It's about these guys. And they started like as a duo that basically just played some covers of the gentlemen. For example, the gentlemen that were mentioned, but it has like grown into an entire band form as well. Could you guys tell us a little bit about like how that came to be? What happened to grow the band and the music into a bigger ensemble?
Well, like Rina said, we formed a duo for more than 2 years, and yeah, just basically learning our chops and paying the dues, learning this like acoustic approach to making music, because we are both we have the background in all sorts of metal and punk and rock and shit like that. So it was a new thing for us, learning to play actual songs with acoustic instruments.
Right.
But then a couple of years ago, we were heading to record our debut album, and I was still personally myself under the impression that it's going to be an acoustic album. But the producers had different ideas, and when we landed to Malaga, Spain, where we were supposed to record, they had actually already laid down some drums for the songs. So it turned into something completely, not completely,
something
but
not acoustic.
It turned into not some. Yeah, it turned into a real lineup eventually.
Was it hard to figure out, or was it hard to adjust if you weren't expecting it to be that way?
Well, not really, because when I heard the drum tracks for these songs, it came to me that okay, the producers definitely hear something more to this than just two guys scraping their guitars and singing. So it was I was never looking to form a new band, but I was really, really happy that it expanded like this. But it was like a really organic sort of change from my perspective.
Did a lot of things have to change in the studio then? Like, because you had come in with your parts already written for like the acoustic side, right?
Oh yeah, we did, I think, 2 demos per song, and then we recorded the basic tracks, like 2 acoustic guitars and Taneli's singing. So 3 tracks, and we did send them to Spain to the guys to figure out what to lay
Pre-production,
there.
basically.
Yeah, and when we went there was drums. And
That was a pleasant surprise. But I
Yeah.
mean, the song structures
they
Stayed the same?
were,
Yeah.
and arrangements, they were basically there. So I guess there was a certain strength to the material we had. There's only a couple of songs that have they have verse and chorus, and maybe in a couple of songs we have a C part, an extra part. So it's really basically simple stuff.
How did you
Simple
get to
and
Spain?
Simple playing.
How did it come that you recorded in Spain? You're a Finnish band, right?
It's fucking
it's
freezing
nice
out
to-
here.
Yeah.
Well, what did you say, Sami?
I mean,
It's too cold. It's too cold in Finland to record. So
100%. Like, you know, any
No,
chance
basically-
to escape
basically-
this place we call Mordor is like, we'll take it.
yeah.
So how about Taneli? What were you saying?
no, I wanted to approach making this album in a way that we gotta get into a different place, into a different mindset, to take it as a holistic process for 1 week, that we concentrate only on this one, to get away from work, to get away from your dogs, to get away from your ex, to get away from basically everything, and just to concentrate on making albums. Because that was the how you did it back in the. I mean, you went somewhere to record an album, and then you
Right.
cut the record. Now these days, it's possible to sit on a record in your living room for the rest of your life and not having it ready. But
Yes.
I really wanted to go somewhere. I suggested we just go somewhere in Finland, but Sami came up with the actually bright idea to, hey, let's go to Spain. Spring in Spain is not that bad.
Nice.
Sami is a surprisingly bright dude with excellent ideas. So, like, no wonder. That's actually. But Sami,
yeah,
isn't this a thing you've done before, right? That
Yeah,
you actually went to Spain and you did a Sleep of Monsters album there too, right?
Some parts of, yes. This was 3rd album I've been recording in Malaga. Yeah.
There
So-
you go. So you have like this. What is it about Malaga specifically? Let us in on your secret.
So-
It's a friend Kartsa. No, it's him.
God,
We have the connection there.
I
Yeah,
will
we
bet
have
you the food is fantastic.
Spanish connection.
Yes, but connection.
The food's got to be fantastic, right?
Yeah. Especially if you love
Wine
seafood,
is
that's
not
awesome.
bad either.
Nice. Rena?
Tane is freezing up a little bit. You
Yeah.
might want to try turning off your camera just in case that helps. You have a little bit of a delay, Tane. So like you could turn off your camera just in case it sometimes makes it better for the connection.
Yeah,
But
you can feel free to.
but you guys have been now playing.
I have no idea.
Golf.
I'm an analog man I'm a 20th century man. I have no idea.
20th century boy. Yeah, totally. But I was gonna talk about the live performances because you guys do both these like back to the roots kind of acoustic duo gigs where it all started from. But then also like there's the full band version of the live experience. So which ones are you like preferring to like emphasize? Which ones are more fun to do and which ones would you like to do more? Because I know both are happening.
Well, definitely the whole band is the whole band. It's the album, the record has a complete lineup. So our emphasis is definitely on that at the moment. And we have a bunch of like awesome guys playing with us live now. Not the same guys who played on the record, but we managed to get some really, really good guys to play with us. Yeah, but it's just it really depends. If we're going to, for example, in a couple of weeks, we're asked to open for a band, and since they didn't have for a German band in Tallinn, and they didn't have a spot for like a full on lineup, so we just opted to do it as a duo then. So definitely we can adjust it to any kind of setting, basically.
You have to prepare differently. You have to prepare differently for those kind of shows, or is preparation the same?
Yeah, I actually have to learn the songs to play them on the guitar. So if I don't have the guys backing me up,
Yeah.
It's a bitch every time,
well,
but somehow you manage. You know.
No, but it's definitely a different dynamic.
Yeah. And with the duo gigs, we're doing more covers, try things out more, I guess. With the band, it's the band songs that we're concentrating.
Right. What about the energy, though? I mean, imagine that, since this stuff is high energy usually, or higher energy when you're playing it, with a full band, do you find it difficult to do that duo and subdue it all and play it as an acoustic set?
Well, not really in that sense, because the music that we're playing with the Dark Place, it's by default, it's not that high energy. It's not like you have thousands of decibels banging from every directions and the huge bottom end of the low end of heavy metal. We don't have anything like that. So it's more like, still we try to keep the dynamics even with the band. So it's more subtle than just banging your head,
right,
and stuff like that. I think we've done our share of that in our past.
But the mistake showed.
The
go ahead.
Like I know you don't necessarily like want to bring up the past, but Taneli here
well, didn't I? I just did.
But I'm gonna do it anyways. Is what I do. I'm a woman. I dig up the past. Like nothing is. Terrible internalized misogyny. Erase that comment. I never said that. Women are not like that. But Taneli is probably like most well known from the legendary Finnish band Sentenced, or Sentenced, as we Finnish people would pronounce it. And clearly there's been like a transition period from like really like straightforward, robust heavy metal, kind of music to this like stylish and classy and more composed and contained type of music. How was that like transition mentally for you? Like, clearly we understand like the musical steps that need to happen, but what sort of drove you down that path? What kicked you out of the metal bus, so to speak?
You mean besides the fact that I was 21 when I left the band and now I'm approaching 50?
Yeah,
Well, I think
besides
it-
that point, but in general,
besides
like,
that.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, besides that, yeah.
I suppose a couple of things happened,
Mm.
but well, as most of, I feel like already at the around the mid 90s, this certain kind of heavy metal, death metal approach was getting kind of old for most of the bands that had been on the scene since the early 90s or the late 80s. So I think most of us were experimenting with different approaches even then. But yeah, I mean, it's been a while, like 28 years since I left that band. Obviously, that was a band that sold some records actually back in the day, so some people might even know it. But I've had like half a dozen bands in that time frame from different approaches to heavy metal, punk rock, hardcore, whatever. I'm a music lover first and foremost, and I never wanted to concentrate only on one kind of thing. And at this point in life, there's a more mellow approach. Feels kind of nice, actually.
So adult rock, it'll catch up to us all eventually. Like, first we hate country music, now we love country music. Now you can't live without country music, is apparently what happens when you turn 40. But also Sami has a very like versatile background in music, and not just in bands, but where you are now is probably the National Theatre of Helsinki or Finland, like
Finland, yeah.
yeah, where he has his day job. So you have like a pretty vast love and understanding of different genres of music. Is there a biggest love or some direction that calls to you currently the loudest?
It could be like this acoustic approach, minimalistic, just two guitars or a little bit of drums, a little bit of bass, but the songs are the in the front, so to speak.
Right.
So
just songs that speak to you.
yeah, and like right now I'm composing this. How should I put it? Like steampunk, whatever that is, industrial thing. But
For the theater.
For the theater.
For the theater production, right? Not for us.
And for us, we're composing the new songs, and I think they're pretty much the same. It's just like basic chords and the melody and Taneli's lyrics. That's what counts. Yeah.
I think when you play stripped down. Go ahead.
Yeah, please.
No, I was going to say, I think when you place things stripped down, especially in the acoustic set or the acoustic versions of it, you're definitely more vulnerable, right? And you're kind of more right there, and your mistakes or anything is very magnified.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
no,
but
not just that.
At the same
but
time,
it is
also the strengths are probably maybe heightened, if they are such.
Right.
I was going to use that exact word. I was going to say like the strength of the song will either like shine through or like
Or
the
not.
lack of will be like completely evident when you do like really stripped down versions. If it's a good song, if it's truly a good song, you only need the melody and like a guitar or like something really, really basic, like accommodating it on the background, if it truly has strength. So I understand that like the allure of like simplified music, because it kind of it leaves you no place to hide. Either it works or it doesn't. I think it's a great showcase of bravery to be able to say that this is all we need. and we're going to serve you this. It's kind of like where fine dining is going these days, that it's not going to be like 10 courses of nitpicky this and that on a plate. It's just going to be like very simple ingredients served in a way that respects the like core of it in the best possible way. And
Well,
I think
since you opened up this analogy, food analogy, I would also talk about Italian cuisine here, because the less ingredients you have, if they're good enough, they make one hell of a pasta, and also pizza toppings. Well, obviously, there's an American here amongst us. You like more toppings than the original Italians, I guess.
Yeah, no, I like.
I guess.
So I like just pizza, right? Just traditional pizza. But I'm going to say something here.
Tell me what that is to you. What is just traditional pizza?
No, just sauce and cheese. But I know I've talked to so many Finnish people. You guys put pineapple on your pizza, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, not us, guys. I know it's dumb, but it's not us. Not us.
Okay,
It's
so
just
you can
one
stay.
thing that
You can stay on the show then.
I'll tell from.
No,
it's not pizza if there's no pineapple. Like
no, Taneli, you can stay on the you can stay on the show. Rena's going to have to go because that is absolutely wrong.
It's anathema.
Good band, by the way.
Yeah, he said, Sami, where were you on the pizza topping?
Me?
Yeah, we basically touched upon that already. So,
Are you with
you
me?
need to tell us.
This is more.
We'll be judging you. Tell us now. Pineapple, no pineapple.
What about the pineapple?
No pineapple.
Thank
Maybe
God. You can stay as well.
anchovies.
I'm not a big
Yeah,
fan,
no.
but I could do it.
That's a Napolitano.
Yeah.
No, I don't want any fruit on
And
my.
that goes perfectly on pasta puttanesca, which is like one of my favorites. You need
Oh,
that
yeah.
to
Well,
do that to be.
now we're
Yeah,
talking.
true.
So now we're talking.
Now we're talking,
So,
totally.
Basically, let me bring it back to the music and back to the songs. So
How dare you?
eventually, when I started, when we were starting out this project, when I was starting to reacquaint myself with the acoustic guitar, I wanted to do it through learning some of my favorite band songs. And I'm not. So, like, for example, I don't know, Neil Young, Fred Neil, Warren Zevon, Townes Van Zandt, Leonard Cohen. This like the classic stuff that I really always loved. And what really surprised me, that it's really literally the same three chords that you have there. You throw in one extra, and then it's almost that's more progressive than that. It doesn't go. So it kind of gave me the confidence of trying to use the same words and my own lyrics to write the material of our own.
Right.
And I mean, the bar is high, but the ingredients are really simple, and they're always the same.
Well, I mean, I guess if you start, we're going to stay with this cooking thing. I guess if you start with good ingredients, then you're starting with a good base anyway, right? And your final product is gonna be good. It just may be.
Yeah, and the ingredients are not just the chords.
Yeah,
it's the
I know.
music playing with
Melodies
you. It's your
and everything,
lyrics.
right?
Yeah, I already know. I know a few 3 chords, 4 chords already, and when I'm gonna the 5th one, that's I'm gonna save it for the next song.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
Not,
everybody-
right? Yeah.
That was so bad.
That
This
fifth
is
chord
a
is like the
terrible show.
pineapple. No,
Yeah.
that fifth chord is like the pineapple on the pizza. I
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah, let's skip it. Yeah.
No. Like I'll tell you something disgusting. I have this thing where I definitely have to have the pineapple on pizza, and then I will intentionally leave out like 2 or 3 slices for the night, like on the table, not in the fridge, on the table, so it dries out. Especially the pineapple becomes this like dried out
Jesus
little bomb
Christ.
of perfection.
Rena,
for
we're breaking
breakfast
up.
next morning.
Me and you are breaking up.
Shush now, Bruce. You love me forever.
We can't continue this relationship. That's all wrong.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'll take you for everything you have if you leave me.
Nice. So what does this look like live? You guys, we're running out of time here, but
like, exactly. Yeah, I think this like marital dispute is a great place to wrap up this interview.
What does it look like live though? You guys.
Thank you so much, Taneli.
I was going to ask him real quick. What does it look like live? Are we doing? You got any live shows set up?
Sami, you know better.
No, five
Any live shows set up?
gentlemen performing their
You know,
simple
meant, like,
song.
are there live gigs coming up? Not how you look on stage.
No. Come
I
on,
don't
man.
hear.
Like we have pants on and shirts and an instrument. You know?
Right. Sometimes underwear.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
the last gig we did together as a duo, Taneli didn't want me to go on stage with my long johns, so I had to remove them before going on stage.
So it was a naked show?
No, I had pants, but no long johns. It was
This is
fucking
only-
freezing.
It
Only
was a
Finns
freezing
will
show. Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
But there are some like duo gigs coming up, but also full band versions. Latest for next August is a really interesting show for the full band version. But definitely, if you guys are interested in Jarva The Dark Place, go to Instagram, find Jarva The Dark Place, go to Facebook, which are probably the two channels where you guys are at, and all the info of the gigs and what's coming up is going to be there. And if you're like into AI stuff, I suggest you go and check out the video for Mercy Curse from Post Festum, which is delightfully disturbing. Like how did we call it? A lysergic nightmare travel to a tavern or something along those lines. But it's quite lovely. And please do go check out the album, which is excellent, and the band in itself. And thank you guys again. We are truly running out of time now.
Thank you so much, my friends. It was nice meeting you. I know we were all over the place, but I had fun. So that's all that matters, right?
This is the show, basically.
Our other partner, Chris, calls it the show about nothing.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Oh, no worries. Our other partner, Chris, calls this the show about nothing. So we just kind of talk and see where it goes.
And he has stolen that from fucking Seinfeld, so we can't use that or we're gonna get sued.
All right, my friends, take care.
Take care.
Talk soon.
Well,
See you guys
cheers.
later. Bye.
Cheers.